Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you my top 10 Middle Eastern fragrances. I'm so excited. So these are the ones that I think are fantastic. Want to bring to you. 6 of them I have, 4 of them I don't. The reality is they're hard to get my hands on. They sell out really quickly, and I'm also really trying to be careful in what I spend, but I still want to bring them to you. I've smelt them all, really enjoy them. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. Now, as we speak, if you can believe it, I'm staring at icicles out my window here. Icicles on the neighbor's roof, and big huge fluffy flakes of snow are coming down. So I have gotten, this is our 3rd winter. Like seriously, we had lost all the snow and now we're back to a 3rd winter. I think it's supposed to warm up again, but yeah, lots and lots of snow. We're not too unhappy about it from the perspective of the moisture, because Alberta is very, very dry right now. So all of this is counting towards moisture, which we desperately need. So I'm not too upset about it, but it looks like Christmas outside. That said, I put on my happy spring blouse because I needed something bright and cheery because today is very dreary. Okay, let's get into this. So I'm going to share with you my least favorite out of them, but I still think it's a great option, and that is LFA Yara. If you just want something easy, kind of milky, a little bit. Sometimes I get lotion, sometimes I get kind of milky, fruity. Some people notice strawberry milkshake. It's a little bit lactonic or lotiony, depending, but it's actually just an easy reach fragrance. This is the least favorite out of the bunch, but it's still a great fragrance. If you want something that's almost a little bit cozy, but for spring, so you don't want something super heavy, but you want something a little bit comforting, this one is perfect. So LFA Yara. What about you guys? Do you find this kind of comforting somehow? Let me know in the comments. But for spring, it's definitely a better cozy option than something really heavy like I would use in the winter. So this would be my cozy reach for spring. The next fragrance that I think is perfect for spring is Anam Gold by LFA. Now this is supposed to be similar to like an Oriana by Parfums de Marly. I don't know how close it is to that, but this is just kind of a fluffy, sweet, floral. So it's definitely floral, but it feels almost like a marshmallowy floral. Like I think of like a fluffy white carnation kind of idea. This has quite a few fruit notes, but it also has raspberry in it. It's playful, it's flirty, but still kind of classy feeling. It's a little bit musky, a little bit powdery. It says it has jasmine and rose, but the feel of it to me is kind of a sweeter orange blossom feel. There's also sweet notes, which give it that sweet kind of marshmallowy feel, I think. I think it's a very pretty feminine fragrance, really excellent longevity. And this to me is just a real major easy reach. So anytime I want to just smell kind of classy, very feminine, this is one I reach for. Now, one of the newer fragrances to my collection is Mango Punch by Paris Corner. This fragrance is supposed to be similar to, I don't know what it is about. Like the bottle just feels so good in the head. It's got ridges on it. I don't know. You could use this to massage yourself if you wanted to. Anyway, I actually love the bottle on this. It's supposed to be similar to Wilhelm Parfumerie's Mango Skin. So again, I would not say that this is an exact dupe at all. In fact, what it reminds me of, it gives me a bit of a Olivier Bell feel, especially in the opening. As it dries down, it kind of warms up a little bit, and you definitely get that mango. It's very, very sweet, but it's just a playful, fun fragrance. So I really enjoy this one. This one will work for spring and summer, but it's potent enough and it's sweet enough that I would say in major heat, this may be a little bit too much. But that mango is very mouthwatering, very juicy, very candy-esque. So really enjoy this fragrance. I think it'll be great for when you want to feel kind of playful, flirty, great shopping fragrance. Mango Punch, love it. Now, one that I think is absolutely beautiful, definitely am wanting to get it, is Bright Peach by Maison Alhambra. Primarily, what you get is this bright, juicy, candy-like peach fragrance. And I happen to love peach. It's just a fun, zingy, energizing note. So I absolutely love peach in fragrance. But what I really, really enjoy about this one is that it's a little bit brighter, a little bit more fun than something like Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. So I don't think that they're dupes. I know that they're supposed to be. I don't think that they are. So Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, definitely you get a lot of that peach pit feel, which I love. Like I love the Tom Ford for being a little bit more sophisticated, elevated, a little bit more different. That one is, I think, beautiful. So I really enjoy Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. Bright Peach is definitely more candy-like in the peach, and I don't get any of that peach pit feel. That said, I think it's a lovely fragrance, and it's so affordable. So again, it's just a fun, flirty, juicy, vibrant, energizing fragrance. And that's usually what I think of when I think spring. So that's definitely an excellent one. Another one that I don't have, Val has all of these. So I've smelled all of them. The one that I would highly recommend is MOA Silky Rose. Now this is a rose lychee fragrance, but to me, it kind of gives me that rose raspberry feel. So this would be a fragrance that is kind of similar. It's definitely rose centric, but it gives me the feel of La Vie Belle en Rose. And I've been looking for a fragrance that's kind of like La Vie Belle en Rose. And La Vie Belle en Rose smells kind of fresh and citrusy in the opening with some raspberry that's quite tart, and then that beautiful rose. Whereas La Vie Belle Intensement is a lot stronger. The raspberry is a little bit more bright and tart. Still a very nice fragrance, but I like La Vie Belle en Rose better. And so MOA Silky Rose by Lattafa really gives me that same feel. So it's kind of a bright, juicy fruit, slightly tart, with a beautiful kind of sweeter but fresh rose. So I absolutely love it. This one's very feminine feeling, and it's perfect for like office wear or any sort of special occasion. I just think it's a beautiful fragrance, but it certainly is everyday worthy as well. So this would be a great signature fragrance too. Like I just think it's a gorgeous fragrance. And if you are a rose lover, definitely one to check out for sure, because for spring and summer, it's absolutely gorgeous. Another one that is absolutely perfect, super classy, gorgeous fragrance for spring would be Gabriel Canal. Now that is inspired by Gabrielle by Chanel. Now to me, Gabrielle by Chanel is a very beautiful kind of classy, sophisticated, elegant fragrance. And so is Gabriel Canal. So it has that same feel. Even though it isn't represented in the notes, I think that it smells like it's got some peach in it, peach or apricot, but it's more citrusy with a little hint of like that apricot feel. So I really enjoy it. I just think it's classy, refreshing, slightly fresh, but still very put together and sophisticated. So I really enjoy that one. Again, that one makes a really great fragrance for office wear or a wedding or a brunch or anything where you want to smell all classy and like you have it together. That would be a great fragrance. Now, another one that fits that same kind of category that smells a little bit peachy, this one to me is a little bit more of that apricot feel, is Kismet for Her. Now, not everybody is a fan of it, and the longevity isn't fantastic. Like, it's moderate, but I really enjoy Kismet for Her, and it's such a good price, and it's such an elegant bottle. Like, it's one of the most elegant bottles out there. Like, I just really love the presentation of the Kismet line. Like, so pretty. Kismet for Her was kind of inspired by Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. So it's got a similar scent profile. It feels a little bit mature, but I just think it's beautiful. Like, if you want to have that put together feel that's great for the office, that's a little bit more calm, I would go for that one. Like, it's not going to choke anyone out. So it's got apricot, rose, jasmine, tuberose, and narcissus. So lots of florals in there, and it has a base of amber and cedar. I get mainly those florals with that hint of apricot. I think it's really pretty. It certainly isn't for everyone, so keep that in mind. Another one that I think is just absolutely gorgeous, and it fits in that same sort of category, is Niche Royal Vert by Maison Alhambra. Maison Alhambra is seriously like knocking it out of the park. This is a beautiful floral, and although it's like lots of floral, it somehow is refreshing. I don't know how they managed to do it, but it smells refreshing. So it doesn't smell like too much. It doesn't smell like it's going to choke you out. There's a massive, beautiful sweetness in this one, and just a whisper of green somehow with this fragrance. There's lots of those yellow florals, but again, it doesn't feel sickly. And to me, it doesn't feel tropical either. I just think that this is a beautiful, like it's mouth watering. It smells sweet, delicious, refreshing, floral. It kind of just ticks all the boxes and definitely smells like money. Like this one is a very, very sophisticated fragrance, and even the bottle, like absolutely gorgeous. And I think this was like $25 or something like that. So such an excellent price. Love this fragrance. You gotta love that for Middle Eastern. Like the prices are just fantastic. The bottles are beautiful. So it's so fun to be able to explore the Middle Eastern world. None of these have the oud. I just think that they're beautiful. Now, another one that I absolutely love for spring, I love this all year round, but I wanted to mention it, is Jasmine Wisp by Rassi. This is such a great fragrance. It doesn't smell like anything specific. It's its own thing. And honestly, I prefer that. Dupes are great, but I really like originality. So this one is so gorgeous. It's got so many different notes in it. What I get primarily is a bright kind of passion fruit. So that definitely stands out. There's coconut and so many other things. It's got a little bit of floral in. It's juicy, it's vivacious, it's vibrant. It's also obnoxious. So this is one that you have to be really careful with because it is so potent that if you spray too much, you're going to choke out everybody. The longevity on this is amazing. If you put this on 12 hours later, you will still smell it. A year or so ago, I went on a trip. I put it on at like 8 in the morning. At 7 at night, I was checking in. I had a coat on. It was in the wintertime. I had a coat on, and the woman could, like the ticket person could smell this fragrance. So it's definitely potent, but it's not so thick that you couldn't wear it in the spring and summer as well. So really, really enjoy this fragrance. It's fun, it's jubilant, it's energizing, and it's the life of the party. Another one that I don't have but must get is Care Pistachio by Paris Corner. What an amazing fragrance. It is so, so beautiful. You get a little bit of a fresh opening, and then you get this delicious pistachio gelato feel. This one is inspired or similar to Yum Pistachio. I personally like Care Pistachio better. I feel like it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit creamier. I just love it. So Care Pistachio, excellent. And that one to me is like slightly relaxing, kind of yummy, sweet. It's a great gourmand type fragrance for spring and summer. Sometimes gourmands get a little tricky in the heat. That one just is absolutely beautiful. And the last fragrance, I know I mention it all the time, and I'm just going to keep mentioning it because I absolutely love it. And that is Barakat Gentle Gold by Maison Fragrance World. It's just sweet and delicious, and I want to wear it all the time. Basically, this is one of my favorite fragrances ever. I love it. So it's sweet. There's juniper in this. It's sweet and balsamic at the same time. So it smells almost fruity, but it's actually the balsam. And a lot of times resins will smell slightly sweet. So it's not always like piney and pungent that way. Sometimes resins or balsamic qualities have a bit of a sweetness to it, and that's what I find with this one. So I find it sweet, refreshing, slightly warm. I think it may be too much in the summer, but for spring, this is gorgeous. And again, super classy, sophisticated. I love it. I totally love this one. And that is it. Those are my top 10 Middle Eastern spring fragrances. Some of them were repeats from Val's list, but I wanted to share the ones that I'm really excited about. And yeah, I've got to find Pistachio Gelato especially. Like, I have to have that one. All the ones that I don't have, I really need to get. Gabriel Canal, that would be my least exciting one in the ones that I want to get. But Bright Peach, Silky Rose, Care Pistachio, and then honestly, I've got to just pull the plug and get Kismet for her because I love that fragrance and I love the bottle. So those ones are the ones I'm excited about for spring. What about you? Do you have any Middle Eastern recommendations for spring? If so, leave them in the comments. Tell us what they're like. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.